Oko,
Manche,
why were you busing people? You intentionally traveled out of the country and you got your assigns to be busing strangers into the constituency.
look,
You were engaging in gerrymandering.
bro, that I don't even know what it really means. But
Doctor,
look,
gerrymandering.
what I want to say,
Geometrical term.
Botanical name.
look, you know, I've learned a lot. I left the consulting room December. I went on leave without pay somewhere September 2016 to go full hall politics. And I was green. I went in with that doctor's hat, seeing everybody as a brother or sister. So I've gone through a lot and I've learned a lot. If you look at this lady who did the video, I've seen a video, she called me a greedy bastard, all kinds of comments. But over the years, I've learned that in politics, insults is even the least of one of the things that you go through. But what is amazing is that this woman is one of the women I supported to boost her trade business when I was MP. So I saw her as an auntie and a friend. So not knowing, I was actually playing with wolves. But guess what, Doc? All I will say is that myself, in my life, I avoid things that are illegal. Anything which is not legal or I cannot defend, I stay away from it. And that is all I'll say about these issues. And secondly, I just want to also mention that after going or participating in 2 general elections, I have learned that local politics is not executed on radio or TV. It is done on the grounds. And the woman made comments that now they are under pressure and all that. Obviously, my job is to work hard so that you as my opponent, you can feel the heat. But I'll not deploy illegal stuff. Guess what? Sam George is here. My brother is a politician. Political parties identify people who qualify to transfer their votes. If they realize that there are any impediments in their way, sometimes even when you have not been approached, you offer yourself to facilitate the process with the hope that the facilitation would maybe somehow convince the person who is transferring to help you. Like these nurses they mentioned. If a nurse has been in nursing school internship for 2 years and is in the 3rd year, and this is where they've rented a house. Look, if you're a politician who is able
those are people in the constituency.
Oh, but even those people, they were resisting them. So that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what. The MP's brother confronted someone. Why are you coming to?
They said you were busing people.
Oh, Doc, that's what I'm saying. That assuming even these nurses were bust. These are nurses who bust from Lekma, how do you call it, the training school to the EC office. From the drive is about 10 minutes or so.
Oh,
but,
there's a nursing training school in the constituency.
Oh yes, in Lejuku. It's just by the hospital.
Okay.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. That if you're a politician, you just have to go to the table and get your acts together. And Doc, guess what? You know, I didn't know most of these things, but I've learned over the years. And the interesting thing is that I'll give it to the NDC, Doc. When it comes to political strategy, when it comes to on the ground, how do you call it, activities that give you political advantage. If you are contesting with the NDC and you go to sleep, Doc, you have issues. Look, the things I've learned in these 2 elections, issues that you think are no issues is not necessary. NDC meets plans for it. These transfers, in the past, when transfer happens, about 80-70% is done by them. We thought that, oh, what have we got to do with this? Only to learn over the years that if you have someone who is working in factories as fintechs, and they have to find their own way, avoid job for 1 day, come to Teshinwa Estates to come and transfer, lose a day's per diem in these factories, and also go through hustle. Doc, if anybody identifies them, tells them, oh, I have a Toyota Ace bus for you, come and sit in, and give them 50 cedi for lunch that day, Doc. Whilst you are waiting for December 7th, that strategist who use this approach 80% of all those people, even if you meet them in the course of the year, are likely to go for the guy who did all this hustle, went through this motion. I didn't know all these things. So all I'll say is that I'll not go into details here, but I've learned over the years that it's not only December 7th that accounts to what will happen to you. And you'll be shocked. Some of these things, I even learned them from NDC people. It's been people who have a good relationship with me. One guy asked me, what are you doing about these things? I was like, what is the issue? He said, you think it's December 7th that determines your fate? So no, all I want to say is that the woman is actually disturbed because things that they were very good at, I have learned. And now they see me even, in fact, one of them actually said that, hey, me no Okoe no, Okoe Boye no Fafi or no. So the only problem they have is that in their own calculation, whatever they've done, I am a step ahead. And I'm not here to go into what is happening on that. But all I'll say is that I have learned this art. Politics was not my thing. I came with a good heart. But can you imagine, this woman you saw is someone I've actually given money to. The last time I told this one, I said it to my party people that, look, it is only in politics that I came to learn that someone can actually help you and you go out and insult the person you're working with. I told her I never knew it could happen in this world. Because I told them about my training, if you give me a bottle of water, I am faithful to you to my death. That's how I was raised. And someone told me that, Master, those hospitals in India, so that's how green I was. This woman is someone I gave loan, cash support.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that when you are engaged in wrongdoing,
no, you don't get it. But my point is that even if I were her, she'll call me, that dog back. In fact, this lady called one of my trusted aides. It's like a brother, my bodyguard. And said, oh, Rasta, tell your turn. And my boss was like, what do you mean? You go out to Okoe Boye, you think I'm a friend. Get up. And you know why he called him? Because we live like a family. So, look, dog, politics has taught me a lot. If I show you my phone, there are people that I save their names, that I add my brother. Even in the contact too. In your mind, bra. Dog, those who have hurt me most in my life are those people that I saw as people close to my heart. So this game, all I'll say is that you don't talk much on radio or TV. You keep focused and make sure that you learn. It's an art. And I'll confess that this game, they were champions of it.
Which game? The transfer?
No, the art of knowing which areas people qualify for the transfer and facilitating. And I gave you the example of the sprinters. The guy told me that, look, many they don't have what to. If they miss a day's earnings, there's nothing. So if you sit down and our people go and give them every 20 cedis to eat, the chance of they voting for our people is 80%. Like, I get what I'm saying. And luckily for me, in my politics, I don't do much of NDC and PP. Me, I relate based on the relationship. So there are NDC people who, even look, some of their patrons, big patrons. Weekends I play soccer with them. We are like a family, although they are holding position in NDC. And it took my people to remind me that, or to point out that, this guy is a patron, this is a champ. I don't even know. Could you imagine if you ask me to list NDC executives? I don't know. In my politics, I don't put much emphasis on who is an adversary. I believe that reach out, engage in good acts, and it will bring you hearts. That's how I've done my politics. But doc, there are own people that teach me that, doc, apart from good heart, there are a few things in my lane. And that's all I'll say.